Hello there, how are you doing? Well, welcome back to my channel. If you're visiting for the first time, welcome. If you're returning, welcome. It's the 13th of September. This is a Today in History channel. My name is Otonye Fiesimama. Let's get cracking. So we're going to roll back the blind in our usual tradition, and the year is 1515. And this painting illustrates what happened on this day. So it's a war between, or a battle, more appropriately, between the Swiss on the one hand and the French and Italians on the other hand. So predictably, the French and Italians defeated the Swiss on this day. It was a French position near Marignano in modern-day Italy, and the next day the Swiss were defeated by French and Italian troops. This, like I mentioned earlier, gave rise to the reason why Switzerland is neutral today. So Switzerland doesn't take sides in wars today. That's the reason. So 1515 on this day, the 13th of September, the Swiss were defeated in Marignano, Italy. 1598 on this day, Philip III was crowned King of Spain and Portugal. And that's interesting. So not just King of Spain, but King of Spain and Portugal. He was said to be virtuous in his private affairs, but indifferent as a ruler and extravagant in his spending, which exacerbated Spain's growing economic problems. This is Philip. Pardon my delay in showing this picture. So that's King Philip III, who on this day was crowned King of Spain and Portugal. Let's move on to the year 1857, the famous Hershey Empire. Milton Hershey founded the Hershey Empire, pictured here, was born on this day in 1857. He was born in Pennsylvania in 1857. So that's Milton Hershey. Full name, Milton Snavely Hershey, founder of the Hershey Chocolate Company, born on this day in Pennsylvania, United States of America. 1886, Alain, A-L-A-I-N, not sure how it's pronounced, but sounds like an Alain Leroy Locke, pictured here, born on this day in 1885, was an American writer, philosopher, educator, and patron of the arts. Distinguished as the first African-American Rhodes Scholar in 1907, Locke was the philosophical architect, the acknowledged dean, in quotes, of the Harlem Resistance. So, Alain Leroy Locke, born on this day in 1885. 1911, Bill Monroe, pictured right here. He was an American singer, songwriter, and mandolin player, considered the father of bluegrass music. He was born on this day in 1911. 5 years later, 1916, Roald Dahl was born. That's Roald Dahl, pictured here. He was a British novelist, short story writer, poet, screenwriter, and wartime fighter pilot. His books have sold more than 250 million copies worldwide. He was born in Llandaff, Wales, died in Oxford, England on the 23rd of November 1990 at the age of 74. So, born on this day in 1916 in Llandaff, Wales, died November 23rd, 1990 at the age of 74 in Oxford, England. 1969, so 53 years later, this young, handsome dude, his name is Tyler Perry, and his alter ego, Madea. So, Tyler Perry, American playwright, actor, screenwriter, producer, and director, born Emmett Perry on the 13th of September 1969. 2011, Forbes listed him as the highest paid man in entertainment, earning $130 million between May 2010 and May 2011. Wow. Perry created and performs the Madea character, a tough elderly woman, pictured here, like I mentioned earlier. Perry's films vary in style from orthodox filmmaking techniques to filmed productions of live stage plays. Many of Perry's stage play films have been subsequently adapted as films. So that's Tyler Perry. Happy birthday, Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry would be 51 today. Still looks very young. So happy birthday, Tyler Perry. Born on this day in 1969. And someone else who shares his birthday is Shane Warne. Also 51 today. He's an Australian cricketer. That's Shane Warne pictured here. Full name Shane Keith Warne. He's an Australian cricket commentator and former international cricketer who captained the Australian national team in one-day internationals. Widely regarded as one of the greatest bowlers in the history of the game, Warne was named one of the Wisden Cricketers of the Year in the 1994 Wisden Cricketers Almanac. He was the Wisden leading cricketer in the world in 1997. So happy birthday, Shane Warne, who is 51 today. 1973, on this day, this man, Fabio Cannavaro, he is an Italian football player, or was an Italian football player. He is the current manager of Chinese club Guangzhou Evergrande. A centre-back, he spent the majority of his career in Italy. He started his career at Napoli before spending 7 years at Parma, with whom he won 2 Coppa Italia titles, the 1999 Supercoppa Italiana and the 1999 UEFA Cup. So that's Fabio Cannavaro for you, who was born on this day in 1973. Former Italian football player, current manager of Chinese club Guangzhou Evergrande. On that note, we're going to wrap it up for today's edition of Today in History for the 13th of September. Join me tomorrow, 14th of September, for another interesting edition of Today in History. My name again is Sotonye Afiasimama. Thanks for dropping by. I shall see you tomorrow. Stay safe. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Do not forget to subscribe as well by clicking the notification bell. Also consider sharing this video with your family and friends. Right, see you tomorrow. Stay safe. Bye-bye.